J'étais en train de choisir quelle baguette je vais prendre. Et regardez-moi cette baguette. Nicolas Flamel. Je crois que c'est une des plus jolies baguettes que j'ai trouvées de ma vie. Et je n'exagère pas. Cette baguette est juste incroyable. Et je me souviens quand elle est sortie, la première chose que j'ai fait, c'est aller l'acheter. Dès que j'ai mis le pied à Londres, pam, je suis allée l'acheter. Et je la trouve incroyablement belle. Celle de Flamel, elle est incroyable. En plus, j'adore l'acteur qui joue.
State of Play is back with an in-depth look at the magic brewing in
Elle m'a
Hogwarts
fait peur,
Legacy.
la meuf. Par contre, j'espère que vous parlez anglais, hein, parce que... Par contre, la traduction, elle est pourrie. Hein. Legacy, genre... Mais regardez, elle est trop belle. Je sais pas si vous arrivez à voir, mais je la trouve magnifique, la baguette. Elle est beaucoup trop belle. Elle est géniale, regardez, Tam. Vous avez le... Je viens de finir un livre en anglais au calme. Parfait, alors. Mais la traduction, elle a pas l'air géniale. Hein. Je sais pas si je peux mettre moi la traduction, genre... Ouais, non, ça change rien, quoi. J'enlève les sous-titres, hein, ça n'a pas l'air... Ça a pas l'air ouf. Aïe. Ne faites jamais ce que je viens de faire.
Lumos.
Waouh. Work in progress. Oh, ah, j'en ai des frissons. Oh là là.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Oh putain. Avec la musique et tout. Oh là là. Je vais pas pleurer. Oh.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Ah, il a des cicatrices. On peut mettre
When
des
you arrive
cicatrices
at
et tout.
Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a
Oh, le
fifth
tableau
year.
est trop beau.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending charms,
Wow.
defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a few.
Oh, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that you will take hold
j'adore.
with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
Mais j'aime
The
trop.
best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Ouh, Slytherin. Oh, la fameuse. Oh là là.
You may begin.
Waouh.
Not bad for a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the
Putain, c'est trop
castle
beau.
famous for its
Oh,
secrets,
wow.
enchantments, and mysteries.
Mysteries.
You'll discover
les grosses
dungeons
dames.
and secret passageways,
Waouh, c'est beau. Oh,
as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
ah ouais.
You may even find yourself in iconic locations
Ah,
you've
la
never been able to
cuisine,
explore
trop
before.
bien. Mais non, incroyable. Wow.
It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
Ah,
All in good
c'est
fun.
Nicolas quasi sans
Join
tête.
the headless hunt. I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you
Ah,
catch
trop
up
bien,
with
il y
the
a des
other fifth
mini-jeux et
years
tout,
at
trop
your own
stylé.
speed.
Lumos.
A dangerous un mystère.
Opportunities for
Oh,
adventure
trop beau.
abound in the area surrounding
C'est
Hogwarts.
magnifique.
The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork
Wow.
will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have.
Oh.
Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The
Mais
wizarding
c'est
world of this
fantastique.
era is
Comment
fraught
ça,
with
petit cul?
dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force,
Comment ça,
powerful
petit cul?
goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill,
bah.
to achieve their own goals.
J'avais une
In fact,
pote
there's an
de Nick
uneasy
quasi sans
alliance
tête, elle est
between the
tombée
goblins
et
and
c'est
dark
devenu
wizards.
Nick sans
You
tête.
said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Do you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Ah. Waouh. Pouvoir et combat. Pouvoir, sort et combat, n'importe quoi, mais. Waouh.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting
Il se fait
curses,
écraser.
stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm
paralysé.
allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Immobility.
Counterattack with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
Oh.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting
Il a
will
rejeté le
find
sort,
many
trop
ways to
fort.
exploit their enemy's
Je-
weakness.
C'est quoi ces espèces de morts vivants là? La vie au ça. Je suis Tony, c'est incroyable, mais quoi? Mais qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Ça va
Slam
pas.
with Descendo,
Sendo.
roast with Incendio,
Waouh. Oh, mais c'est
devastate
horrible.
your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious,
Mais-
powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate
Il a
your
utilisé
strongest
le.
foes. Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
Accio. Incendio.
On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Ouh.
Accio.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite
On a la
types of
cape
magic.
d'invisibilité. J'ai
You
vu.
can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear. that will increase your offensive and defensive
Ah,
capabilities
c'est trop
in
mignon,
combat.
ces petites bébêtes.
Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Wow.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat.
Des potions.
As you hone your wand skills,
Du
you
crafting,
can
je
continue
devienne
to
fou.
further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard.
J'ai l'impression
Brew
qu'en ce
potions
moment,
that
ils
can
mettent beaucoup de
increase your
crafting dans
power
tous
when you
les
need a
jeux.
boost.
Après, c'est devenu super à la mode le crafting.
Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting
Mais
enemies.
non, des mandragores.
In Beast class, you will
Oh,
learn about a
the
variety of
poor
magical
Nifla.
beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore
Mais
the world
wow.
surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today
peut
is
s'occuper
to
des
remind all of
animaux.
you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
On va faire du
Learning
Quidditch.
and
Oh
mastering
là
broom
là là
flight is
là
highly
là.
recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
You're
Some
despicable.
abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends.
Ah, faut se faire des amis alors.
As you develop relationships with these schoolmates,
C'est
they can
important.
accompany you on your journey as your companions.
Ah, trop mignon.
And over time, you'll learn their stories.
Ah, trop bien.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a
Oh,
kind
Poppy.
heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules is Sebastian Salah, the charismatic Slytherin
With an over this boy, prophets cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the room of
Moi
requirement.
aussi, j'ai envie de pleurer.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
Oh, wow.
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you. Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants,
Waouh, on
brew
peut faire
potions,
pousser
and
des
upgrade your
plantes, des
gear.
plantes. Oh, j'espère, ouais, j'avoue qu'on pourra avoir un animal de compagnie, ça serait trop bien. On n'a pas vu pour l'instant, en
nurture
vrai.
your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it?
Mais non.
Pete isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
C'est le meilleur jeu de
Not everything you
l'univers.
need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Oh là 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 là, mais c'est pas possible.
From potion ingredients and recipes,
Oh,
to
putain,
seeds
c'est
for
le
magical
meilleur jeu
plants,
de l'univers.
to all sorts of
Oh,
gear.
des tenues.
But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with
C'est
activity,
trop beau.
wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the
Ah,
school year
neige.
progresses, dynamic seasons and
Mais
climates
non.
will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain.
Oh putain,
Unique
c'est
wizarding hamlets
incroyable.
pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement.
D'accord.
But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the
Ah, c'est
world as
Gringotts.
well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Bah, oh, mais c'est un truc de fou à quel point il utilise tous les sorts
Journey across a
interdits.
landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long forgotten
Il a
mysteries.
décapité la
Become the
tête.
witch or wizard you want to
La
be.
lune derrière, trop beau.
As you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
Waouh,
Here.
dragon.
In Hogwarts Legacy.
Attention. Live de Underwritten Holiday. J'ai pas compris.
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts
Pas
Legacy.
compris. Ça spoil de ouf.
Now
par contre.
let's
Mais
hear
il
from
faut
the
que ça
real
spoil,
wizards
meuf.
and
Ça fait
witches
tellement
behind
des
the
années
game.
qu'on attend. Faut spoil. On veut du contenu, nous. Coupez le temps. C'est
The
trop beau.
attention to detail and the passion and
J'ai pas les
the
mots, moi non
love
plus.
for this brand
Ils
that
ont
the
mis
team
Pive.
has
Allô.
is astonishing.
Ils ont pas oublié Pive.
Our team is so
Pive est là.
excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to
Exclusive
fans.
PlayStation.
This is the game that
Quoi?
they've dreamed of
N'importe
for
quoi, dis pas ça.
20 years.
Behind the scene. Ils ont dit que c'était sur PC.
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was
Mais les tableaux
harness
sont
those
magnifiques.
elements
Ah, les Slytherin!
and build a game out of it.
The movies, the books, they all touched me in
Ouais.
such a way that
Moi
it
aussi.
makes me want to go to
Moi aussi.
experience Hogwarts, makes me put in so much more detail into
Moi
this
aussi.
game.
Moi aussi, ils m'ont touché de fou. Waouh, c'est trop beau. C'est magnifique.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and
Oui.
then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the
Ouais,
movies that fans
ça c'est
will
trop bien par
recognize.
contre.
It's
Ils ont
really
vraiment
just the
suivi
perfect
les livres.
handshake
C'est un
between
truc
the
de
two.
fou. Et c'est trop bien parce qu'il y a énormément de fans du coup des livres et tout
Just
qui
the
travaillent
discovery of,
dessus,
like,
donc
seeing things portrayed
ça va
for the
être
first
assez
time, maybe
fidèle.
They've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
Exactement.
You've
C'est
got
exactement
all
ce qu'elle
these
dit.
elements that can come together to
Parce que
create
du coup
this
c'est des fans
amazing
et
AAA
open
world
world.
action RPG.
When it comes to the
Open
open
world.
world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare
Parce que
out
du
of the
coup
windows
ils
of
ont lu
Hogwarts
les
and wonder
livres
what
et
it's
en
like
fait
out there. But the
pour
final
créer
question
le
the
jeu
fans ask is,
et
what's
en fait
beyond
ils ont
that?
essayé
What's
d'imaginer
beyond
dans
the
leur
Forbidden
tête
Forest? What's gonna be
et ils l'ont
beyond
recréé
Hogsmeade? What's
en
beyond the
lisant,
Black
enfin
Lake
ils
if I
imaginent dans
start
leur tête
traveling
ce qu'ils
south?
lisaient et
And
après
we
je
just
le
felt like we
recrée.
had to answer those
Et genre je trouve ça
questions.
trop bien. Genre la cuisine, je l'imaginais tellement comme ça par contre et c'est trop bien, je suis trop contente.
We're creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world. Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry
J'adore les
as a
tenues.
5th year, which is very unusual. So
Ah ouais,
already
d'accord.
there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, you know, in the Wizarding world that you haven't seen before. Or make our own magic with our
Alors,
story
du
we're
coup,
trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the
que
Wizarding
tu...
World.
Non mais
from,
le,
you
la
know, the
FNAC faut pas les
1900s and
écouter, ça
on,
fait
really.
je sais pas
But
combien de mois
now,
qu'ils mettent le
with this
31
world,
décembre
we're able
2022.
to sort of create a space that's their own.
Ça fait des mois et des mois qu'ils mettent cette
Fans of the series will
cette
know
date
that
là.
ancient
Faut pas s'y
magic
fier.
has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts
Mais je pense que ça va être
itself is a
fin.
stronghold of
Je pense que ça
ancient
va être
magic.
fin des fin
And the
fin
avatar, the
2022 aussi.
player, has the ability
Mais du coup,
to sense it and
chaque
possibly wield it or
action
control
qu'on
it.
fera
Our process of
aura un
development
impact du coup
started
sur
with
le
rereading the
récit
books.
du jeu. Ça je trouve ça trop bien.
And over development, we
J'adore ce
reread
genre
the
de
books
jeu.
many times. Every time we start with a new
C'est
feature,
bien.
we dig
Regardez,
into
regardez.
that, and then beyond, we would go
Regardez comment
into
c'est
the
beau,
films.
incroyable. Oh, c'est magnifique.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal.
Ouais, tu
I
m'étonnes.
helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before. the Hufflepuff common room.
Oui.
You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wonder,
Elle est
like, what is my
magnifique.
common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize
Instant
certain
gaming, c'est
names.
31 mars.
They'll recognize spells. They'll recognize certain
Un
locations.
peu
I
toon
recognize
là.
that doorway. I recognize that classroom.
But mostly,
C'est
it's going to be an
beau.
entirely new
Ah, c'était la
wizarding world
salle.
that no one's ever experienced.
Ah,
When people engage
à
in
côté
the wizarding world,
de
what's the one anchor?
Pousseau, je
Like,
crois.
what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it
Je sais
all
plus
and
comment ça s'appelle, la
grounds all these
salle
characters
lunaire
and
là,
grounds all
je
these
sais plus comment ça
figures?
s'appelle.
And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to
C'est
life.
trop beau.
That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because
Ah
you're going to have
ouais.
to walk it.
And of course, again, Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this
Waouh.
castle.
Il y aura plein de
We
passages secrets et
recreate
tout.
those very important locations. And then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just
ouais.
alluded to. And we have to make the connective tissue that brings all that together.
Ils ont fait un travail de
Having
dingue.
a world that is a breathing,
Regardez
living
comme
world
c'est
is
beau.
very hard to do because it's all
C'est un
about the
Pokémon, on va
details.
attraper des créatures.
And as a concept team, we really
Fantastique.
got into those details
Wow.
and studied history, studied
Oh, la salle de
architecture.
divination.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get
Wow.
as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going
J'ai
to
trop
love
hâte.
Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy. We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
Non. C'était trop bien, je suis trop contente. Non. Du coup, moi j'aimerais bien voir ce qu'ils ont mis là-bas. Quand ils ont fini de parler du jeu, du coup. Hop. À la fin là, ici. J'ai pas compris. Moi ça je comprends pas. Leave the Underwritten Holiday 2022. Mais Holiday c'est juin, juillet hein. Juillet, août hein. Les vacances, les grandes vacances. C'est juillet, août. Quand tu dis vacances de l'année, tu parles des vacances d'été. Donc c'est... T'es sûr? Parce que pour moi, les vacances, c'est les vacances d'été, pas les vacances... Attends. Unwritten Holiday. Non, pas Hollywood. Holiday. Ah ouais? Holiday pour eux c'est fin d'année? Ah moi je pensais que c'était été pour moi. Je pensais que c'était été pour moi. Y'a Pive! Bref, vous en pensez quoi vous? Vous en pensez quoi du coup de ce rendu? Qui est juste incroyable. Mais genre vraiment incroyable. Je suis complètement abasourdie par le design, les images, tout. Genre c'est magnifique. J'ai pas les mots. Je suis trop contente. Je suis trop contente. Le monde est magnifique. Le let's play a l'air incroyable. Il y a tellement de trucs à faire, tellement de trucs à voir. Ça va être incroyable. Ça va être magnifique. Ça va être beaucoup trop bien. Je pleure. Mais exactement, mais c'est exactement ça. Y a pas un site avec quelques informations que vous aurez pu poster dessus? Comme ça, genre... comme ça, quoi. Je vais mettre des semaines à en mettre. Ah mais moi je vais m'en remettre en fait jusqu'à ce que le jeu sorte. Hein. C'est juste pas possible. Le jeu est beaucoup trop bien. J'ai beaucoup trop hâte. C'est... Ah, ils disent en fin d'année. Pas de date précise. Ouais, donc fin d'année quoi. Donc Holiday, c'est Holiday fin d'année. Je suis trop contente. C'est trop bien. C'est le jeu de mes rêves. Avec la baguette de mes rêves. Regardez. C'est la plus belle. Franchement. Elle est trop belle. C'est la meilleure baguette de l'univers.